What's up?
Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hi, Mooney.
Guys, welcome to Sunday Night Live. Thanks for being here. If you're here already, let's see. Oh, we've got 19 likes. That means we've got at least 19 friends here with us. Oh, we've got more like 36. What's up, everybody? We got Moon here.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Moon just woke up from a nap, and
She's content.
Daddy gave her a fresh diaper, and I'm going to feed her.
Oh, good to be back with you guys. I know we were not here last weekend. Of course, Allie wanted to watch the Super Bowl, so we did that with friends in town. But we are back. Oh, what do we got? Spit up early?
Just heard a burp.
Heard a burp. Babe, what do you want to start with? Should we check in with chat, see who we got?
Yeah, let's see who's here. We know David's here.
Well, Shelly Fitzgerald looks to be the
Shelly.
first one to drop a message into chat with a big old yay and a smiley face.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly. Hi, Lori. Sheehan is here.
Hi, Lori.
Let's
Laura's
see.
here, I'm sure.
Karen and Mark Lamberton.
Hi there.
Looking forward to this week's live. Hello, Van Fam. Let's see. Let's find a good spot for comments tonight. How about right up there? How about right up there?
Well, I'm shorter, so you can put them over my head.
Ba-doom tap. Let's get a sound effect here for... Okay, we've got David Strausser. He says, Shelly, I've got donuts, homemade ones.
David sent a photo. They look incredible. I
I'll
can't
have
believe
to see
he
that
makes
photo.
them. I mean,
Pretty impressive, David.
That's very impressive. Very impressive.
And then has the audacity to send them over. As if we have an oven, although I doubt he uses it. I don't know. Do you fry those donuts, David? What's the cooking method?
Yeah, I don't know. I believe they were Oreo, but one had a marshmallow, or some had a marshmallow.
I got to see this.
Again.
Linda Heckert checking in. Hello,
Hi,
Linda. A regular of Sunday Night Live. Welcome back. It's Mary Roberts. Hi, Mommy,
Mary.
Daddy. Maya Moon. Let's go to Moon Cam, guys. She looks so
Moon
cute.
is wearing an adorable outfit from April.
April Keaton?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. A Van Fammer is clothing Moon.
If I'm incorrect, please tell me, but I believe I'm correct.
Allie's so good at keeping all these things in order. So we've got a lot of updates for you guys tonight.
Moon, can you say hi?
Some good, some not so good. I mean, life's good.
It's warm and hot here today for the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It usually gets chilly at night, so this isn't new for us.
Yeah. Hello, all, says Sherry R. Nevada
Hi,
Pup.
Sherry.
Laura Hope in the house, bringing some jokes tonight, I'm sure. Hold on a second. I got to see this. She says, what does she say here, babe?
Hello to my Van fam. I can't wait to see Babe and Maya Moon and our sweet Allie and Dan. Let's party. You too, Bruce. I like vegan burger, David.
I haven't seen Bruce pop in yet. David says, I got my vegan patty melt done for dinner in SNL Live tonight. Yeah, baby. Hello, all. Smash that like button. Word Woman Steph is here. Hey, Steph.
Hi, Steph.
Amy Sunclades is here. Oh, my gosh.
Hi,
great to have Amy back.
Glad to have you here.
Great to see that.
Of course, Kevin Fitzgerald.
Wouldn't be alive without Kevin Fitzgerald here.
Yeah, we could give you a Moon update.
How more mature she will be. Well,
I believe she just went through what we call a developmental leap, number 4, and she can now see further. We had a really, really rough couple of days.
we're going to update the Van Fam on...
But we have a special guest tonight, actually.
Oh. Real special. You guys are going to lose your cool when you see our special guest. Okay, I think we're back. It's Dewey Weber. Dewey's here.
Hi, Dewey.
It's Diana, Eye of the Storm Tarot.
Here.
And who else do we have? Dan Stark, cute baby. Thanks, Dan Stark.
Thank you, Dan. Michaela's here.
Hello, Michaela. Welcome. Sunday Night Live. A lot of likes coming in, guys. Thank you so much. Nature1710 says, hi, everyone.
Hi.
Sherry Sherry's
Hi,
here.
Sherry.
We got some news that we're going to share, and I think I already kind of hinted at that to Sherry a couple of weeks ago. So we'll share that with everyone tonight. I know people have been wondering. Tracy Scholl from Dan Ende. How you doing, Tracy?
Hi,
Rocky.
Tracy.
Lori Davis in the house. Hey, Lori. Always a staple of Sunday Night Lives.
Hi, Lori.
I feel like we're doing a lot of good.
Penny's here as well.
Shout-outs
Hi, Penny.
tonight.
I feel like a couple people maybe have been missing, and they're back tonight.
You know what it was? It was those Galdarn football games.
Maybe.
Um,
Yes, Moon is holding her bottle. I wouldn't say she holds it. She really actually accidentally pushes it away a lot. It's used to be annoying, but now...
Oh, it's still kind of annoying. Linda says, your live would have been better than the Super Bowl. That's a big statement,
that's
Linda.
so sweet of you.
Well, we'll take that. Debbie Arnett is here. Hi, guys. She is so adorable.
Hi, Debbie. Thank you.
Oh, look who it is. The one and only Beck.
Beck is here.
Hi,
Hi,
Blue
Beck.
Fingers, says Shelly Fitzgerald. Okay, David says, fry them in oil, had some pecans and other coconut, but we're all chocolate marshmallow in the middle, plus the donut holes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yummy.
Good stuff, David. We got frozen cookie dough that we've been eating, and it's starting to get a little old.
Well, we have some Nutella as well, which...
It's on its last leg.
We are dog sitting for Chonk right now. That's our special guest. I don't know where she is.
She's probably in the bed.
Probably outside or in the bed.
You guys know
Kelly
Chonk.
gave us all her groceries to thank us for watching Chonk, and Nutella was in it. And
she also bought us 3 bins of formula.
She bought us 3 big things of formula because...
So that was nice.
I still try to breastfeed, but I know it's not enough for my baby, so we, of course, are just doing both, aren't we, girly?
Even 1 drop of breast milk from mom, and you're getting a lot more than that, is beneficial. So we learned that from a lactation consultant. DJ Diane in the house.
Hi there.
She says, I knew you guys would make an adorable baby. So precious.
Thank you, Diane, for DJ Diane.
Look who it is.
Charlene and Jean. Here.
We want to give a shout out to Charlene and Jean because their brother, I believe, Ted, right?
Yes.
I have to check my messages, but
Ted.
Well, we wanted to give a few shout outs tonight. Amy Sunclades, shout out to Amy.
Very happy to have Amy here today
because
she's had some other things going on, so it's great to have her back.
It's fantastic. We've had things in Charlene and Jean's family that have gone on, but it looks like things are all good with brother Ted, so that's great.
Fantastic.
But we're a family here, and we have ups and downs too. We're going to talk about those on our live tonight because it's not all sunshine and fish tacos down here, guys. But on Sunday nights, it feels a little bit better, doesn't it?
Sunday nights do feel better. Feels like we are with our Van Fam, but it's a routine. It's nice. It feels good, and I missed it last week.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice to celebrate the Super Bowl. I didn't watch 1 minute of the game, but we were celebrating because it was 1 year of Moon's existence. Really, I mean, 9 months in the tummy and 3 months out of the tummy, right?
Yeah. Super Bowl Sunday 2022. Pretty crazy. Lori Davis says, how are the fur babies doing?
Oh, you guys, I just fall in love with Huck just a little bit more every hour of every day. Huckleberry Finn!
Yeah, if our dogs were kids, we would definitely have a favorite. Although Allie would have a favorite. They're all fine to me.
I just love Huck. Huck, I don't know. I wanted Huck so badly. I think I told you guys the story of how I got Huck, and I wanted him so badly, and I built my life for years. So that I could get Huck, and he's
a great dog.
He's the greatest.
His leg is healing. I'm sure everyone was wondering about that.
Moon?
It's taking time, and
Whoop.
You know, it's a big surgery.
Heard that.
How hot is it? Asks Diana. Today it's 77.
Which I know doesn't sound that hot, but
yeah, it just feels a little hotter.
It feels warmer than that to me.
Like when you're out walking around in the sun, it feels like it's like hot. Honestly mid to high 80s.
But it's weird because then in that room, our bedroom where we all sleep, it's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool inside.
So you guys know we posted some of these shorts, and there's one I'm wearing a bathing suit because it's really hot outside. I'm about to go out in the water, and she's all wrapped up in the room, so it looks like makes no sense that I'm in a bathing suit and she's all wrapped up, but it's that much of a difference, the coolness. You know, it's like concrete floors and wall. It's just cooler inside.
We basically live in a big piece of concrete. Lita said, been loving those shorts. So, speaking of those shorts.
Thank you for watching them. I hope you guys saw the one last night of her wearing the earphones. How are we doing, girly?
Patty Graham's in the house. Hey, Patty. Thanks for joining.
Ken is here.
Steph says, although this Super Bowl was quite exciting, yes. I thought so, yeah. Allie didn't. Do you even know who won? No, seriously.
The Chiefs.
Okay. All right. We got to hit her with. Guys, I mean, seriously. That's huge for Allie.
Mooney just smiled. Sorry you missed it. Yay! Hi,
girly. Yay! Okay, let's get back. Ken McComas in the house. Hey, good evening, guys. How's the puppies and how's Moon? Well, the puppies are good. We're going to talk about Moon. Margaret Coxhead is here.
Hi, Margaret.
We have Sherry SL, our friend Sherry.
SL is here.
Rooting for the Chiefs, she said. So that's feels good. Joni's
here.
Joni,
is that
welcome.
A new photo for Joni? That must be her daughter.
That is a new photo as of a week or two ago. Okay. I have seen a lot of patrol stops down where you're at. It was a van lifer and they had to go through a lot. I might have seen that same video.
Who was it?
It was a short. I don't know if David's talking about a short, but yeah, you know, I will say this about Baja, and I think you'll agree with me. People that make content on YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is, they upplay it a bit.
Yeah, well, for one, it gets viewers to click on it, clickbait.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, there's factor
this
there.
For example, if you guys know the Van Wives, I think they make beautiful videos. I haven't watched one in ages, but they made one where they came down to Baja, and there's this stretch of road where there's not really any services.
Well, there's a gas station or two.
There's a gas station. It might not be open 24/7 with like snacks to buy or anything, but there is gas. And they made it out to be this like really big, scary stretch of road where they weren't sure they were going to make it. And it's not quite like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to fill up, but it's not quite like how they made it out to be. But it doesn't matter. It's, I guess it's true.
First super chat of the night just came in, babe. I have to interrupt you there.
Wow.
It's from Amy Sunclades, and it comes with a very sweet message. Glad to be back with everyone for this live. So thank you so much, Amy, for your super chat. You're so generous.
Thank you, Amy. We're happy to have you here.
Yeah, your time and your super chat. So thank you. And she says now that her dad is in ICU and in very bad shape, but I'm dealing as well as I can. So glad to see you all. So guys, let's give a shout out to Amy's dad. Send
Amy's
her family.
had a lot going on. So
good to have Amy
still
here.
Here for us is amazing.
Susan Fitch is in the house from AZ.
Hi, Susan.
Sherry says, here's some sun and rainbows. We're having a hard time, but, you know, we are and we aren't, you know, and we'll talk about that tonight.
Yes, we'll share that all.
But, yeah, back to what David was saying. I saw a video on Shorts where they were like, they basically said, like, and maybe it was more with the way they looked. They kind of looked like these people that I saw had like tattoos and and
you have tattoos covering.
I know, but maybe they looked, I don't know, a little grungy in the videos or something. Like maybe that's what there's military checkpoints all along Baja Peninsula.
Yeah.
There's probably 5 to 6 of them max.
Yeah.
And so you go through them, and we've showed this in our 2 videos that we've done here, and we also showed it with Miguel going back up. The problem with going up with Miguel was the National Guard kept extorting him, not the military checkpoints. So there's National Guard that is more like police, and then there's the military checkpoints, and I don't know what they're looking for, but they will, in this video that I saw, they said that they got like their van torn apart and searched, which is just not something I can see. Usually,
I did have a wallet stolen from one of those checkpoints 2 years ago, but
that was just a quick grab.
Tear apart. I mean, whatever. We don't know. We weren't there, but I would assume they just used that terminology for the
effect.
Sure.
So overall, though, I always try and encourage people to do the drive at least once. I wouldn't. It is a bit daunting multiple times. Like we still have to drive back north, and that's kind of like
with a girly that's getting a little more. What would you say? She needs a little more entertainment.
Yeah. So overall, though, the national or the military checkpoints are pretty low key. I mean, the worst we had at this time down was one guy was like really itching for a cigarette, and he kept asking us if we smoke in Spanish, and I'm like, no, I don't smoke, no fumo, no fumo. And he kept looking in all these random places, and he kept asking like, you have cigarettes? And I was like, dude, I don't have cigarettes in here. I'd give them to you if I did. And so he was just jonesing for a cigarette. But other than that, they usually just like ask you where you're coming from, where you're going, and they might have you open up one of the doors, and they might look inside and open it, but it's never more than that. And you just want to keep an eye on them, because Allie had that incident with her wallet got yanked. All right, so we talked about that enough.
What's going on? Okay, but did I ever tell you about the time that I was traveling on the Mongol Rally through the stands, and does she want more food maybe? And they tried to detain me for not having a piece of paper that I did not need to have, that was one for the driver of the vehicle. And the driver gave them a pack of Marlboro Reds, and they let me go.
That's all it takes sometimes.
So maybe we should just buy some cigs for them,
Guys, we're live on Mooncam, sponsored by Amy Sunclade's Super Chat. And this is kind of what Allie was talking about. This little girly. This little girly needs entertainment. So we're always kind of wondering, what can we do to entertain a girly?
I think she wants more. I'm going to make her more bottle.
Allie's going to make more bottle. You want me to hold her while you do that?
Can you manage?
I'm going to try, guys. I'm going to try. Hey, look, it's me. It's me. What do you guys think of the red hair? It still is as red as it can be, huh? She does this a lot where she kind of arches her back, and then you kind of know something's coming. But
well, she's probably also about to puke.
She might also be ready to projectile vomit, Allie says. So, okay, let's jump back into comments. Diana says, golf cart weather. Don't play, but I ride it. That's like Allie. Pardon me. Let's see if she likes the view from a little bit higher up. What do you guys think of that?
Hi, Moon.
This is my secret dad trick that I like to do here.
Are you interested in this bottle?
Lori Davis said it reached 69 in Northeast Ohio last week.
Wow.
A few days later, we had snow flurries.
Oh, I saw something similar to that in Michigan.
Well, I saw that a train derailed and dumped a bunch of vinyl chloride into the atmosphere and the water and all that stuff. So
in Ohio.
Yeah, near the Pennsylvania and Ohio border. So I hope everything's going okay out there for you, Lori.
Do you want this?
It's a constant guessing game of what we can do to get Moon. She's half drinking. Let's jump over to Moon Cam so you guys can see. This will help you visualize kind of what we're going through the last week. So all good, and now a bit of an upset Moon. And then it'll be all good. Everything's cool. We like a Moon. And now it's spitting up her milk and...
Okay.
So
maybe I'll go for a little walk. So I picked up some like secondhand bottles until I broke the bottle.
Here, try this too. Maybe. Okay, so Dan, your hair is looking great, says Margaret Coxhead. Allie, yours always looks great. What do you think of that, babe?
That's very sweet.
Thank you, Margaret. The sun and the salt water definitely help. Okay, Ethel Wings is here. Hey, Ethel. I think we're really far behind, so let's jump up. MJ says teething. Probably too early. Babe, you want to talk to that? What do we think on teething possibly causing moons?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. We've thought that. Everyone's like, well, everything I've read, rather, says, like, you have a fussy baby and then all of a sudden it just pushes through. So we can't feel anything.
Teeth-wise.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated. But she's been... Why don't we get into why it's been so difficult?
Okay. We shall do that. Okay, so Amy asked, does she have a bouncer? She has a swing that we just installed, that we just built. We'll show you guys that in an upcoming vlog episode.
Good boy. Come on.
And she has a like a sitting swing, and then she has a sleeping swing that you guys have seen before. But no bouncer. Actually, would be awesome to get a bouncer, and we might look into that. Aho Namaste here. She says, Moon's just mimicking Dad talking to the Van fam. So cute. Beverly's here. Guys, I got to jump over to Moon Cam. We've got a couple terriers in action over here. Guys, do not knock over our camera.
Huckles.
Yeah, some terriers in action. Huck is looking to play.
Huckleberry.
You might be able to catch a glimpse of our special guest right there on the bed. You guys can see her. It's Chunk Puppy. Yeah, she's moving her head. Huck, come here.
Huck.
Huck and Terrier are in a face-off, guys. You can see my Terrier is right over there.
Huck.
Pigged. What are you doing? Say hi to the Van fam.
Huck, no.
This is,
This rarely happens.
yeah, this is like once a week type behavior. It's almost always during our lives.
Straight to the food.
And now he's eating. Classic Huck. Classic Roddy.
I'm glad that he's eating.
Okay, I was saying hi to Beverly Glasgow. It's almost like she thinks the milk it's coming out fast enough, then frustrated. It's almost like she thinks the milk isn't coming out fast enough, then is frustrated. Well, we upgraded to nipple size number 2, so the speed of the milk shouldn't be an issue. She's drinking a lot more, a lot faster, but guys, we don't know what it is. I swear to you.
Moony.
Sherry says, sorry to hear that I have a lot of health problems. Fortunately, I have my daughter to help me. That's great to hear, Sherry, that your daughter's there and we're thinking about you because you've always been a part of the Van fam. Shelly says, I think she likes that she has found her voice.
I think so too. I think that's a very large part of it. She screams.
She's really testing out her voice. Okay, guys, so prior to Sunday Night Live happening, about half an hour before we kicked off the show, We had our bottle. This bottle, well, this is the sheet for the bottle. Let me jump over. Right on top of the refrigerator there is our drying rack. And unfortunately, this bottle fell and broke. So this was our big one that we could put up to 7 or 8 ounces in.
So I was saying I picked up some secondhand of the small bottles. I'm so silly I didn't realize, and I just bought one big bottle because I thought, I don't know what we need it for. You get bigger bottles because they get bigger and they start taking more. Didn't even think of that. Anyway, so now we have to kind of like make 2 bottles at a time because that bottle broke. They're glass. That's why it broke.
So this is really what we've been dealing with, guys, why it's been tough. Well, 2 parts. She goes from toy to toy and just kind of needs a lot of different stimulus.
Well, she just whines a lot, and the only thing that we found really helps is going for walks.
Here, I'll take her around. You take over with the Van Fam, okay?
So it's just been all of her waking hours are like she screams for the most part, and it's not just if we're sitting here.
Mary Carter says she needs a bouncer. Joni says, ooh, that may be a growth spurt. Nothing works. Poor pretty girl. It will pass, but wow, sending you sympathies. Wishing I was close by and could babysit. Careful what you wish for. We'll fly you down here, Joni. 3 months, probably too early for teeth. Yeah, a bit too early. Carol Lee is here. Hi, Carol. David Strausser says, look at Huck's nubster tail.
Yeah, I think it's a little too early for teething. The trouble is she takes wonderful naps for the most part, not so much today, but in the nighttime, she for a while she was waking up, felt like almost every hour. So she's waking up basically every hour, and as you guys know, wait, put her back a little because it's blurry. Mooney! So that's been hard on the sleep thing, and I have never been one to nap, and even if I lay down for 2 hours, I can't fall asleep in the day, no matter how tired I am.
On our new sleep routine that you set up and how it's been going.
So I read some things, and we basically started a new bedtime routine where we will start that in a bit here. And we shower her, and we give her a little massage, and we put on, her diaper and her jammies and read her a book and feed her and swaddle her and put her down. And she does go down by herself, which is nice. But then I try and dream feed her like 3 hours later. Anyway, it's been a lot. I think it was like a big sleep regression, but it could have just been this developmental phase. If it was the 4 months sleep regression, it came a month early because she's only 3 months. But I don't know. We slept last night, though. That's our really big, exciting news to share with you. So
we had a lot of bad days.
We had a lot of. I had a really, really, really bad day 2 days ago that I didn't think I was going to recover from. And so when she's awake, it's like, it was a lot worse. It was 100% what you just saw. Now she's giving some breaks.
Magic touch.
And then she wasn't sleeping at night. So
sorry.
Daddy does have the magic touch, actually. He's great. So anyway, yeah, it was kind of hell for a while there. And I know, that's what, you expect with a baby, but it's really hard when it's just days in a row, and you're not sleeping, and she's doing that. And it's just like, when will this end? And it will end. It just takes a while. So anyway, we, didn't film a video this week because we were stuck just listening to her scream.
Tilt is here. Hi, Tilt.
Hi, Tilt. Sound machine. Yeah.
We have that. That's for sure.
We actually you have a sound machine, but we are actually getting a different one delivered from Aunt Kelly when she gets back.
She's been back in the U.S. of A.
She had a wedding. I think she's back tomorrow. So hopefully this new sound machine, I don't know, it might help.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will. I think it'll be great.
We're willing to do anything, So.
But the moral of the story is last night she did not wake up. I woke up anticipating her to wake up, and she did not wake up until
Piggy
4 a.m., which is what you want. And so these dogs bark at everything, guys. So anyways, she woke up at 4 a.m. I put her pacifier back in her mouth. Within 5 minutes, and I kind of rub her chest a little bit, within 5 minutes she's back asleep until 5:30. At 5:30 I took her into the bed and she slept till 6:30. So that's a win because we go to bed at like 9 o'clock. And Allie stayed up till 10 to do her dream feed. So, are you feeling well rested today? I certainly do.
And, about.
Guys, the dogs are just going absolutely crazy for Sunday Night Live.
Just for you guys. They're not always like this at all.
They're never like it. Only during our live stream.
So, the... Huck is being so cute right now.
This is our special guest. It's Chonk Puppy.
Chonk Puppy loves to bark more than Pig.
Yeah, Chonk is a barker.
Okay, what was I saying? The trouble is a couple of times I'll stay up. I'm am tired at 8, ready to fall asleep, and I will kind of stay up and doze off. I don't really want to fall asleep because if I wake up at 10, I'm going to have a hard time falling asleep again. So I would actually rather stay up, and then I'm out really good at 10. But I would stay up to dream feed her, and she would only take an ounce. It was so I'm so glad I stayed up for 2 hours to feed her 1 ounce. So she just wasn't eating, and that was causing her to wake up a lot and be hungry, and, well,
How about this, guys? It's a super chat from Diana, Eye of the Storm Tarot, who's always on the lives, guys. Thank you so much for that $25 super chat, Diana. Very generous. And what does she say? I can't read it from here, babe. Take those buenos ojos and read that. Sorry.
Wishing you more sleep and quiet. Thank you so much. We hope so too. Anyways, so yes, Angela here. Angela says the sound machine. Allie and Dan look sunburned. I think we're flushed because it's hot.
We're flushed because we're just so anxious if Moon's gonna start screaming or not. So it's just that.
It's kind of warm in here, but I wear a 70 everywhere every time I go out.
What did you guys think? If you didn't watch it, let us know because maybe we'll play it. But what did you guys think of our short film this week that was out, where we the little acting skit that we did? Drop us a comment. Let us know so we can read your guys' thoughts here live on that if you watched it. And if a bunch of people didn't, we'll play it again. How many people do we have? 170?
The skit? We're acting, by the way.
We're acting, guys. We're actors. We're vloggers and actors now.
Dan had the idea, and we just kind of thought, why not? Okay, my social life says it's your first time here. Welcome here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for being here, says Maya Moon.
We try and have a live every Sunday, but, you know, this little gal doesn't always make it possible. And life in general. So since Daddy's got that, I'll get the computer. Thank you, Amy. Hugs from me. Motherhood is always challenging, but you are doing amazing. We are really doing amazing together. It's a team effort. So I'll stay up and do the dream feed, and I will wake up early and do the early morning feed, and Dan gets up in the night to feed her.
Or do whatever.
That's kind of what we were.
Whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, take care of her.
I'm kind of the utility guy around here.
It would be more ideal, though, if she just slept through the night and Dan could stay up and do the dream feed, and I could get up early with her.
Hi.
That's in a perfect reality. We'll see. Moon loves to dance. Thank you, Lori Davis says, don't forget to hit the like button. We've got 179 of you here and 108 likes. So if you like this little lady, please give her a thumbs up. Kathy Greener says, you seem to be great parents. Thank you so much. We might be far behind
Trying
here.
Our best.
I like the shirt you were wearing and the shorts. Oh, Dan's palm tree shirt that I got him? I think so. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Good night from Scotland.
Good night, nature.
Good night, nature. Nice to have you here. Thanks for staying up to catch us.
Yes, we are in southern Baja in a place called La Ventana. It's a small, gringo-infested kite surfing destination. And boy, do the prices of everything reflect it.
Yes, Norma says she's growing. She is growing so much, you guys. I just kind of basically switched out her...
She's tired.
0 to 3 month clothes to her 3 to 6 month clothes. Although there's some that still fit her, thankfully, the cute ones.
She's 13 pounds 11 ounces. So we are approaching a 14-pound moon, guys.
What is dream feed, says Mary Carter? That's when basically I leave the room completely dark, and just before I go to bed, I scoop her up and I feed her. She hardly even wakes up. She doesn't even wake up. Her eyes don't open. She just somehow drinks a bottle, and I put her back down, and she doesn't even notice what has happened. It's just to get in more calories in her without disturbing parents' sleep. Because if I didn't dream feed her at 10, she'd likely wake up at like 12 or 1 hungry, which is what she did on the nights that she only drank 1 ounce during the dream feed, if that makes sense. That's what that is. Someone said it's just like what 3 months old are like, and that's really the case. It will pass. No, she's getting enough milk and attention. Yes, thank you, Joni. I mean, I think, this is just, it's par for the course, and we're not, we don't think that we're going through anything crazy out of the ordinary. It's just been really difficult, as it is for any parent. So, woohoo! My cousin, you guys, is having twin baby girls in 10 sleeps from today, and if you could all think about her and her birth, I hope everything goes well. It is a scheduled C-section, as one of them is in a position that is not conducive to vaginal labor. So I am all day long. We FaceTime her and talk to her, and we're so excited to see her and have the girls in all 3 matching outfits. And so she's been on my mind a lot, sharing that with you guys. She's teething. Drooling is a good clue. Thanks, Lida. I think so too. I'm just waiting for the tooth to come in. But it feels like it could be early for teeth. But who knows? We don't know. She likes to chew on things, so I feel like that's another good sign that maybe it's teeth coming. We'll see. Try some baby ASMR for her. I've read many good things about it. Okay, Amy, thank you for sharing.
We'll try anything. Seriously, anything.
Kathy Lynn Tooth, is that how you say that? Just started watching your videos and I'm enjoying them. First live. Hello to all. Thank you, Kathy. Nice to have you
here. Right, Moon? Kathy's here. First live. Let's see here.
Speaking of kite surfing, are you getting any in? Yes, we are getting some in. Do you want me to take her?
No.
We are getting some in. Moon wakes up. I'll give you guys a schedule. Moon wakes up about 7:30 typically. She's up for like an hour and a half. You know, we feed, change diaper, put clothes on. I take her for a walk, and it's basically time for her to go back down again. And she sleeps typically for 2 hours. Her age is normal for like 5 to 6 hours of sleep during the day. So she sleeps for 2 hours. There's a great nap. I went mountain biking this morning because my pinky finger that I dislocated like 3 weeks ago is starting to work again. And Dan slept, I think most of it, not all of it. And then, she wakes up and feeds and gets changed again. And then she plays and then she fusses. So we go for a walk and then she goes down for another nap. And that nap is sometimes 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours. And then the whole cycle starts again. But in the evening, she's up for a little longer in between. She might need a little cat nap there, Dan.
You think? I think.
She had poor napping today. Today was a little out of the ordinary. But they say that good nighttime sleep starts with good daytime napping.
Yes.
So we do what we can to prioritize her sleeping, and we do get in kite surfing sessions and stuff like that when time allows. Huckleberry is licking my leg right now. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? The dogs are so cute. Is it W? You guys know I'm not the greatest at this. Oh, here we go. Piggy's got her pig toy that Jolene gave her for Christmas, and she loves it. What about you, Huck? Are you just happy to be here? Huh? You happy to be here, buddy? That's a good boy. And Chonk just took Dan's spot. Okay, I'm going to try and catch up and chat and see what you guys are up to. Tilt says that hair is a flame. She does have bright red hair. What did Huckleberry do that made you love him even more? Huck is just always there for me. I don't know. If he smiles, I just feel like I smile. He's just such a happy, good boy. I love him. Prayers for a safe delivery. Thank you guys so much. Going back to my cousin, that's how far behind I was. I'm glad to hear all of the wonderful wishes for my cousin. Thank you. Can she have cereal yet? No. They say not to give cereal to babies anymore. I don't really know why. But she will probably in a month or so, we might be able to start giving her some like avocado and banana.
Yeah.
They say to like wait until they're ready. I'm not sure how you know how they're ready, but anyway. Okay.
We need to get a baby bouncer.
You guys, it's Katie Kidsman's birthday tomorrow. And she's a twin, so happy birthday to you and your twin.
Jealous. I wish my birthday was tomorrow. Huh.
Okay, Maggie. Thank you. We'll get a bouncer. I guess I can really understand. Well, maybe we can get one in the Pops.
Yeah, we're going to take a day trip on Tuesday, I think.
I have this. She has really bad reflux, and I have this I need to check off the one last thing about reflux that we haven't done is go full. We got some sin lactose.
Sin lactose.
Oh, sorry, some no lactose.
That's what they call it here in Mexico. Sin lactose.
But we didn't get enough. They say you have to do that for a couple of weeks, like the no cow milk. So that could be why she has reflux. My brain is all over the place tonight. That's how it works if you're a mom, okay? Do you want to take over?
I think probably it's best.
If teething, freeze and moisten washcloths and let her chew it. Love that. Thank you for sharing,
idea.
Lori.
That's the type of ideas we're after, guys. Bouncer, teething stuff. What about whiskey? Should we try the whiskey on the teeth?
I don't know.
Kidding.
Milo, my dog, is going mad because of the squeaky Dan. It's 1:40 in the morning here.
Sorry, Milo. I'm probably, yeah.
Oh, okay, listen to this. Make a buzzing noise. You know, I do this shh, 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 and she loves that. She does stop fussing when I do that. So I think, though, that she needed a little bit more of a nap, which will probably only last 20 minutes or so, but it helps.
Guys, Allie's made huge strides this week in dealing with the ups and downs that come with Moon. And I think obviously this we really wanted to dial in the sleep thing. She's out of our bed.
Parent does. I think that's the biggest.
I think one of the biggest mistakes, and my sister-in-law told me this, is keeping your kid in the bed for too long. So she's out of our bed now, except for like an hour in the very last stage of her night, like 5 to 6 a.m. or 5:30 to 6:30 like she was today. We're out of the bed thing. She's got her own crib. She's never going to sleep in our bed again unless it's like, scary dreams.
Some people do it for like the first year, but, I'm not breastfeeding really. So I don't want to get up in the night and yeah, she just wiggles a lot. So removing her from our bed was about 2 nights of poor sleep, but other than that, it's been really good to have her out of the bed.
She was she was definitely just tired there. She just needed to.
Yeah.
She hasn't had a great nap day, but
But
Joni asked, "Where's Bruce?"
So. Where is Bruce?
What the heck, Bruce?
How dare him have something else going on?
Seriously, Shelley Fitzgerald giving Ann Ferrier a shout out. What do you think of that? Yes, you were right, Kathy. She was rubbing her eyes.
What are you doing?
See, we have to run through. We're like, okay, when did she wake up? Okay, has it been... All right, and did we feed her? Yeah, okay. We tried the toys? Yeah, that didn't work. We walk around? Okay. Then it's like, actually, I think she's just tired.
We keep track of it all on an app. I do.
Yeah, you're good about that.
Just so, who could remember, and then I can go ahead and count how many ounces she's had and think, I think she might sleep through the night tonight.
Nancy says the roughness of a washcloth helps to break down the gums.
Okay. We got these things, these people were getting rid of some stuff, and they literally had it sitting out in a box, and you freeze, I don't know, if I had breast milk, I would love to freeze breast milk, and you put it inside this little mesh net, and they can chew on it, but, maybe we can do just something else.
Sherry's asking if you got Huck as a puppy.
I got Huck when he was 4 months old. He's licking his knee, the knee that was surgically repaired recently. I got Huck when he was 4 months old. They wouldn't let him go before that because they wanted him to have the I think the neutering that has to happen at 4 months old.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Can I just stop you right there? Because Kevin Fitzgerald just had a very heartwarming message, but it came along with a $20 super chat. So thank you
very much, Kevin.
Yeah.
We saw this photo when fault line.
He says Gabby Petito brought me here. Her selfie taken just before the Moab stop broke another fault line in my heart. Yeah.
I am not surprised. I knew. It's like I almost knew there had to have been. We all knew that it was his fault, and she probably had marks on her, and it probably wasn't the first time. And they said they found that on her phone, and I just kind of wondered if there was, anything else on her phone.
I mean, that's a frickin'... Nasty.
That's like from fingernails. Doesn't it kind of look like from fingernails? Like scraped?
It's like... Yeah, it's like he, like...
And
he might have, like, thrown something in her face or kind of scratched at her. Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like it's scratched.
What a sicko.
I mean...
Gosh, this is a sad photo. Look at this right here.
I don't want to look at that. It's too sad. It's so awful. But I don't know.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about that tonight, Kevin, so thanks for bringing that up. Thank you for your generous super chat as well.
Yes, thank you. And this poor gal, it's like, if she maybe just sent that to somebody. Maybe she did. We don't know. We'll never know the full story because that's how it works. But it's like maybe if she got that out to somebody, her mom or something, she could have been, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I
Maybe she
don't
got
ever
it out
want
to
my
her
daughter
friend
to go through
Rose.
anything like that, and it takes a whole new meaning when you have a girl. It's like, don't ever let a guy treat you even remotely one iota's worth of what he did to her mentally, The physical abuse is obviously reprehensible, but the mental abuse is like, how do we as parents raise a girl that knows not to take that? That's a really hard question to answer. That can stand up for herself. That's tough and strong mentally,
I think, I don't know how much I shared from my experience, but we were filming our journey. I told you guys that I was in a relationship very similar, and one night we got into an argument and he got very physical with me, and I had a black eye and something on my neck and a bruise on my arm, like really big one, and maybe a few others, and maybe a cut. The eye was the biggest thing because he jammed his thumb into my eye, and I thought he was trying to remove my eyeball. And
What a
I
loser.
couldn't be in any of the footage for a few weeks because then people would know. And I wasn't allowed my phone for a few weeks because he was afraid I was going to take photos and send them to people. And I got one photo out to one person. He knows who he is, a buddy of mine. But anyway.
Hey, maybe Brian Laundrie. Now, I mean, I know she texted her mom, but maybe Brian had a bit of that in him. Kind of a little bit controlling with the devices.
Yeah, so it's interesting about that photo, that she took a photo. I'm wondering why he didn't delete it. Or maybe he did delete it and it was in the deleted folder or whatever. Curious to know where they found her phone.
David Strausser says Bruce is in jail. I think that's speculation. Bruce doesn't seem like the type of guy that's going to get locked up. But hey, I think that's pretty funny, David. Penny Lane joining us.
Hi, Penny. We had dinner with Penny Lane last night.
I made veggie curry.
Yeah.
David Strausser would have been proud of my veggie curry.
Yes.
By the way.
It was very good.
Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. Sherry asked, for real? David says no. Okay. Veggies before fruits, says Patty.
Oh, is that what you do with babies? Veggies before fruits?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Before we do anything, we
carrots.
will definitely look into it. And purified carrots or pureed?
What is up with this cereal? I've just never heard of cereal. Tried a little cereal. Is that for like
in the day,
cutting the gums?
Even when I used to babysit, so like 20 years ago or whatever, or maybe a little more than that, I don't know.
God,
you used to give cereal to babies as it was like a filler. It was like hot cereal that you fed them through a bottle.
Okay.
Kind of like malto meal. I don't know what it is really. It's something like that though. Like a.
I'm so happy she's asleep and getting the rest she needs right now, guys. Rana Jane's here.
Hi, Rana.
Guys, we have almost 200 people. We just hit the 200 mark a few moments ago. Thank you guys for being here. If you could just smash that like button for us.
Yes, please.
Then you're all square. Okay.
Yeah, everybody says abuser. Yeah, definitely mental at first.
He grabbed her face. He demonstrated it to the cops. He grabbed her face. She demonstrated it to the cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have healed up by then, though, which is kind of surprising. Or we just couldn't see it on the footage, and it had healed up partially or something.
I mean, or maybe it happened
After?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, that photo would be dated or whatever, but it's possible she was just wearing that outfit another day when it happened another time too.
Laurel said he could have backhanded her. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. These look like kind of like
I bet he like grabbed
something
at
like
her.
that more, but yeah, I mean, it's all speculation. He was an abuser, maybe mental at first. Oh, I think
so,
for
Diana.
sure. Amy says, "What's sad is that is the shirt she was wearing in the police cam video. So how did she not have those marks on her for the cops to see?" Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying. It's the same clothing that she had in that video of the stop.
And
so,
what I was wondering is, maybe it was a different time, but what I was wondering is that maybe she was wearing sunglasses or something, but then I went back to the body cam footage and she's not wearing sunglasses, so I just really don't know how they missed that.
Oh, I mean, if she had even a little bit of this on there,
because
and it looks like her forehead even. If you go really in tight up here, it looks like there's some there.
Because they said that there were marks on him, and those are the kind of marks that I anticipated to be on him. So I wondered what marks he had, if they claim her as the aggressor.
Yeah, truly just such a sad.
Or
event.
if he didn't even have marks, that was his defense.
So we can see here.
You had me loser, set me free.
Sorry, guys. Hit the wrong button.
He grabbed her.
Yeah, you can see here. This is from that day. Whoops. So, whoops. Hold on. How do I do this?
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously nothing there on this. So, obviously they live in a van. We live in a van. We've lived in a van.
And she,
she
wear
the
has
same
that
clothes
jewelry
quite a bit.
on. She has that jewelry on all the time. So that really could have. It was probably another day. That's what I think.
CW was a loser, abuser, and jealous of Gabby. Who's that? CW. CW. That one's. I'm drawing a blank on that one. CW.
You mean BL?
That's not even close to BL.
Yeah.
But maybe we're missing something here. Rice cereal, dry flakes. That's what I was gonna guess. Rice cereal.
Oh.
Cream of wheat, says Diana.
Oh.
Very good stuff.
Okay, well.
I knew it was rice.
Also, I know you give them like those puff things and whatever to like chew on. That's good for the gums.
The veggie curry from last night was amaze balls, says Penny Lane. Lori Davis says, I got out of a similar relationship.
Happy to hear you're out of it, Lori.
Daughters usually find a man like their father's, good or bad. You're good, Dan. Well, thank you. Try to be. Yeah, I mean, I am happy that my parents and your parents, you just got to be grateful, even if nobody's family's perfect, and it's like stuff about myself I wish I could fix, stuff about, it's like we all have things in our families. Nobody's perfect. But at the end of the day, it's like you got to be grateful for what you have. And we had really just normal, good
upbringings. Yeah.
Oh, Chris Watts. Okay.
Okay.
Chris Watts. That Chris Watts story. I mean, that is a crazy. That is just a crazy story. I mean, that is just so disturbing.
Very.
That, and then the police footage.
I
and
almost
just
can't even think of
everything
it.
encompassing that story is just sick. I will say the Chris Watts, yeah, he was the same. David calls him a huge a-hole. That's one way to put it, David. That is, I mean, to kill your own kids is so, and then throw them in a like an oil drum or whatever. He threw him into some like big old barrel on his job site. But to do what he did is, I mean, it's another level above what Brian Laundrie did. Because a lot of guys beat up and abuse women, and a lot of guys kill their girlfriends or their wives.
Yeah.
We saw that in New Jersey recently, I think, or Boston, with that lunatic. But to do it, to do what Chris Watts did, and then you see the video footage from afterwards of the cops showing up and his neighbor being like, this guy's not acting right. If anybody doesn't know the Chris Watts story, pretty sad story here. Just some images, if that face rings a bell. But anyways, I see what you're saying there, Tilt.
Yeah, it's hard to it's crazy to even fathom. I mean, even Moon's worst moments.
Crime of the year says Faith Your Fear. I would have to say that. Maybe crime of the. So maybe, I mean, there's probably tons of bad crimes, but crime of the decade for sure, possibly. Well, that's probably not true. There's a lot of bad crimes out there. Okay.
You think she's down for the night?
No, I don't know. Did we just put Moon to bed for the night? I don't think so. Should we just translate that into a nighttime?
I don't really want her bedtime to be 6:30. 7:30 is a little easier. But she did have poor naps today, so they weren't that bad. But. Wait.
Sherry says, not another day.
Timestamp on the photos 20 minutes before they were pulled over in Moab.
She probably covered it up with makeup. Interesting.
Thank you for sharing that, because I didn't know.
Interesting. It happened right before. Here's Rana saying the same thing. She may have covered it, or they edited the police cam. She showed how her face was scratched and that it bled, from what I remember. He probably threatened her when getting stopped. Interesting. It happened right before. The makeup thing, I mean, maybe she covered it up. I don't know enough about makeup application, but that seems quite well done and quick.
I mean, I wonder if, was the blood showed more than, the mark? It still would have been red.
Let's see if I can find anything here. Let's see what we got.
So here's her.
I mean, she's pointing right at it. That looks like... Is that like the back of the van right there?
Looks to be in the van, yeah.
Yeah, they've got like probably this cool thing right here.
Like thing.
Weird.
Yeah, that's a map of the U.S. I see Washington. Whoa.
Yeah, but it kind of looks like. Hold on, what did I do here? I had to zoom out. Kind of looks like she's pointing to it.
She is pointing right to it, describing what happened.
Yeah, so I guess it is the same day you guys are saying. You guys are so plugged in. The scratch was still fresh. I think you're right. Sure looks fresh. It's just amazing that, I mean, we didn't notice it. We didn't know. No, I mean, it was never talked about in the video, 2 years ago almost, or a year and a half ago when the video came out of that Moab stop and we were all watching it. You think it must have been a really good pressed powder covers redness. Whoops, hold on. Pressed powder. Let me go back to this. There we go. Pressed powder covers redness, but you can see something on the police cam. Okay, we just didn't have a good picture there.
Just one above that. Mo Mouse says it's just smeared blood from a very small scratch or cut she had. They said she had a small scratch back then. Yeah. Yeah, I know that they said she had something, but that photo just, I guess, looks a little...
Diana says she was stalked by an old boyfriend for 2 years, and that was after he literally almost killed me and I broke up with him. Yikes.
Yikes, Diana.
David Strausser says, John Wayne Gacy is an interesting one. How did someone his size get below his house through that tiny crawl space? He fought that from prison and had proof of others who lived and partied in his house.
I don't know that story.
There's a Netflix thing on John Wayne Gacy, but yeah, he was like this he would dress up as a clown.
Yikes. I don't want to see it. I'll have nightmares.
It's kind of freaky.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, come on. You got to see him in his clown outfit. Here he is.
I'm not looking.
No, look. Come on. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's like, here he is dressed up.
I'm like kind of terrified of clowns. I've never liked clowns, and I'm not going to look at some creepy thing with clowns on it.
I put it away. It's fine.
Is this any less creepy? What do you call this?
So everyone's saying it's smeared blood, which makes sense. She must have done something like that. That makes sense. It looks like now that I think about it.
I don't think she smeared it. I think he did in his
probably
grab or whatever. But
freaking weirdo. What a weirdo Brian Laundrie is.
Well, was.
It was, yes. You asked, they asked, did he hit her? And she said, I hit him first, minimizing his guilt. Yeah, that's what's crazy. And then she said he grabbed my face. It's really sad that, it's really sad that that's how it went down, that she said that instead of he hit me. I mean, she might have did that to him, or maybe it was a punch or something, but come on.
I think so much about what could have happened if the police had done something else. But I don't know. What if the police put some, did something and then she got him in trouble? Then he would have come out and probably done the same thing. I don't know if he could have.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right?
I don't think Allie wants to be a crime reporter. I mean, I was very, very, very invested in the Gabby case, and I am also invested in I'm not as invested in the Idaho 4 case, but it's very intriguing and horrendous. So, of course, I want to know details. And now, at my alma mater, Michigan State, there was, of course, a shooting.
Yeah, but that one was just, I think the guy died right there. I think it was an old...
Yeah, but it was just sad. I mean, that was where I went to school.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
a lot of I connected with a lot of people I graduated with on that day, and it's crazy. I would have just never felt scared on that campus or anything at all, and I just can't really imagine.
Diana makes a good point, and so do a few other people saying the same thing. He hits her and he hits her and tells her it's her fault.
For sure, that's what they all do.
Yeah, told him to say she'd be the one blamed and not him. She would be alive. Let's see here. Hopefully her dad would have gotten her home, says Diana.
I mean, I think that I have a feeling that she knew that it was not a good relationship, but I mean, I was in a similar situation, so I'm just saying actually what I felt. But she was afraid to drive the van. She didn't drive it, and she still wanted to live this dream of hers. So he was her, vehicle, so to speak, to be able to live this. So she probably just put up with a lot of things because she thought, I still get to live this life, screw him, but we can carry on. When she had no idea what he would have actually taken her life.
Angela's here for the first time.
Hi, Angela.
She says, I first saw your blog when I was watching Gabby Petito, and I've watched you ever since. Love watching you guys' shorts and all. By the way, this is the first time for me too on the live.
Well, thank you for being here, Angela.
Kevin says she demonstrated light punches on his arm to get him to stop because instead of pulling over for the police, he sped up. Yeah, that's exactly what I remember too. The Michigan State guy killed himself. Yeah. Classic DV situation. That's it. That's the truth.
Classic one that went too far, unfortunately.
A lot of people talking about the Alex Murdaugh case. Margaret said it's been a bit wild. Sherry says he is guilty. We'll have to stay plugged in on that. Amy says, I thought of you, Allie, when the MSU thing was going down. I was listening to the scanner of it and heard the shooter shoot himself and the cops yell suspect down. It was crazy. Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Let's see here. Mo Mouse says, Maya, if she's on formula, they will do well with less gas on soy. 3 to 6 months teething, very fussy, even ill with ear aches. Winstart cereal, only one type. Don't vary or add other things. Okay. 3 to 6 month teething. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's upon us. I've read some conflicting things. I don't know if anybody knows or could remember, but I've read that teething doesn't affect nighttime sleep, and then I've read that it does. So it could explain her daytime stuff, but I think she, went to this developmental leap, which was why she was not sleeping and screaming during the day.
I feel like we're at one of the most difficult spots right now. She's just kind of figuring out life. But who knows? I'm sure there's going to be much harder instances. But
I mean,
she can't communicate well with us, and
yeah,
she's just kind of figuring. It's just like the first 2 months she would sleep a lot. You didn't have to start worrying about a bedtime routine. Now we kind of even with these lives, we can't we usually would have her down right about now.
She's been asleep. She's down for the night now, I think. No, I
think so?
I mean it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because what time did we put her down? Can anybody remember?
It was about 6:50.
Really?
Yeah.
Or she's going to wake up like now.
The trial's
And then
been
her
wild,
bedtime
everyone
is gonna be
says.
late.
It sounds like he's guilty. Joel is in the house.
Hi, Joel.
He said earlier that Brian and Gabby's parents are facing off in court this year, right?
Yeah.
Let's root for the home team on that one. This is all just to prepare you for the teen years. I feel like I'll do better in the teen years. You know, I'll be able to handle this. Is tough. She might torment you more in the teen years.
Yeah, I was horrible to my mom. For sure. I don't know about horrible all the time, but I definitely pushed her buttons and
Up till age 3 can be a workout. Oh gosh. Age 3, that's like 2 years and that's almost 3 years from now.
yeah, it's going to be tough for a while for sure. It's just not everybody like shares their life, so people go through this at home silently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then for us, we're sharing our life. We're going to talk about it.
Richie says, "Hey y'all, hope all is well on the road. Baby, they mysteriously found the British girl's body this morning next to the river. It's so sad." I'll have to we'll have to look
what British girl?
I don't know.
Did one go missing?
That's one I haven't seen yet. I fed my babies cereal real early because they would spit up and cry like hungry. After feeding cereal, it was a game changer. Slept great and was content. Let's go get a box of cereal.
Well,
that's enough to get me on the cereal train.
I think I might speak to a pediatrician because a lot they don't really recommend that anymore. But also, we can do what we want. There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh my gosh, you can't do this, you can't do that." For some reason, when you have a kid, everybody thinks that they have a say in how you're doing things. I'm not talking about you guys. You guys are giving us tips and advice, and I appreciate it. But it's like you can actually do whatever you want because everybody's so different that there's no black and white, like cut dry way to do things.
So it's, let's see, why is this all messed up? Hold on a second. This is all messed up. Why is that?
I don't know.
It's like zoomed in on the screen, but it's not zoomed in.
Okay, Nicola Bully from the UK. They found her body.
Let me close it out and try again.
That's
okay.
horrible.
Yeah, so I wanted to look into this real quick. Jeez. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. Okay. Body found in search for missing woman.
It wasn't her husband?
I don't know that.
Went missing while walking her pet, dropping off her daughters at school. Oh.
Lancashire vanished while walking her dog, like you said, 3 weeks ago, January 27th. The police force said it received a call today. The body was in the river. No formal identification. Treating the death as unexplained.
Oh, that's so sad. That's horrifying.
They were criticized for releasing a statement that said, referring to Bully's struggles with alcohol and perimenopause.
What is that?
I don't know. So,
Something I can't wait for, I'm sure. It's great to be a woman, isn't it?
You're doing just great. You'll have a connection with Maya that I'll never have. Okay. Sounds like foul play, says David, our resident. David is our resident theories guy.
Yeah, there you go.
He's our theories guy. Let's hear. I could skim this article, but you guys are. Let's hear what do you guys think?
Yeah,
David thinks foul play.
That. It's her for sure. Friend told another YouTuber.
So I think when this much comes out, it's pretty much guaranteed, even though they haven't said officially.
I didn't realize menopause was. Wait, go up a little bit. I didn't realize menopause was like a. I should know. It must be a tough thing. Just like the rest of the stuff women get to deal with. Great to be a woman, isn't it?
So Richie's saying shady police work. It's weird, huh?
Huh.
I will say we're watching a British true crime. Well, not true crime. We're watching a British murder mystery right now called CB Strike. Oh, Allie's taking over. Hands off. Sorry.
Ronna Jane calls foul play too, but I'm trying to get to. What?
Amy dropping a heavy one on us there.
Why is your blog repeating? Am I doing something wrong? The Glory says Nutri-Megan formula is the best. Okay, I'll look into it. Thank you for that, Glory. Love that tip.
I don't know why is your vlog repeating? Am I doing something wrong? You have to give me a little more information on that. I'm not sure. Okay. Sherry says, you have a lot of experienced moms here. Cereal will not hurt your girl, and it will help her with sleep and hunger. We'll look into that.
Yeah.
I'm highly intrigued, guys.
I'll
get a box of Corn Puffs myself.
It's worth a try. But Sherry, do you mean the hot cereal, the one that you feed like through a bottle, or you mean just like
how is this cereal administered? Is it like, do you put it in like milk and then let it get soggy? That's what I'm.
No,
how is the cereal administered?
I think they're talking about hot cereal.
Hot cereal, okay.
Like, it's almost like oatmeal or like a malto meal or whatever that stuff is.
Here we go. Dee is giving us some
rice cereal. Yeah.
When you mix the rice cereal into the formula, make sure to get
the
cross-cut nips. It will not pass through the regular nipple holes, even though it's not really too thick.
Okay.
We don't have cross-cut nips, do we?
No, but we're going to La Paz.
We're going to La Paz to get new nipples, guys.
Well, we're going to get a few different
I never thought I'd say that, but that's what we're going to do.
Well, no, Kelly brought us more nipples for our bottles.
Linda Heckert says she was done with menopause at age 40, and it's been awesome.
I want to go through it. Oh my gosh, at age 40, wow, it could happen to me in 5 years.
Menopause was nothing for me. That's what says Diana.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a different experience.
You have to have one in every family. I'm the theory guy. Yeah, you're like Uncle David. Oh, Uncle David's got another theory. No, I like your theories. I don't judge people that think off the mainstream narrative.
No, David's got really good theories because his theories make me think more.
Question everything, right, David?
Yeah.
Watch the Clove Hitch Killer on Prime. Oh, I'm sure Allie's going to be into that. I have to lie to her face about what the show's about. And I say, oh, it's just a mystery. Even though I know it's... But if I would have to lie about the name of this show, Beck. I would have to say, it's called the Clove Hitch Mystery. And then she'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'll watch it. You promise it's not about a killer? I go, it's the Clove Hitch Mystery. Of course it's not going to be about a killer. And then, 20 minutes in, she'll be like, hooked. And then she'll watch the whole thing. So...
But this one we're watching is good. I don't want to watch scary stuff before bed. This mother needs her sleep.
Diana says feed the baby in a spoon.
Okay.
Okay, we need to get this rice cereal. If you just mix it with
mixes
formula,
with
this is
formula.
brilliant
Okay.
stuff, guys. How are we just now learning about
Cut a
this?
small hole in the nipple. Okay. Okay.
I wonder. So, rice cereal. I gotta look this up.
Well, we'll do some. This is stuff I want to get.
So, like this, right here.
Yeah. I mean, this is
would be
like
even better,
the
right?
best stuff, but this is. I don't know if you can get this in the U.S. This brand. Anyway, we'll look into it and try and get some and test it out this week. There's no harm in testing it, right?
Shoot, it's got me excited. I just hope we can find the stuff.
I think we will be able to find them for sure.
Okay, what do we got time wise? We're at 7:30ish. Cool. We still got a little bit of time. I guess Moon's in bed.
The trouble is she never got her bath. Well, shower. We give her a shower. She never got her shower, so she's covered in milk, and she didn't get her jammies on.
And she's in the swing.
And oh, really?
Yeah.
And we would need to change her diaper because it's not her overnight.
Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. This is a record-setting super chat, guys. I must say, I don't even know.
Oh my goodness.
What to do I just want to say this is absolutely so fantastic from Charlene and Jean. I think the only thing we can do is
Dan's dancers are so beautiful. I don't want you guys to miss them.
A $400 super chat.
I mean, that's so generous of you. I can't.
It's of a variety we've never seen. Truly.
I feel like I might cry. I mean, this
it's truly
so generous. I mean, you guys are going through so much right now already that we are just happy that you're here and have found the time for us in your week. So
truly an emotional super chat from Charlene and Jean. Little Maya brings such delight with her heart so warm and smiles so bright. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, beautiful and cute in what you are. Huck and Ann Ferrier, you both are always special. Allie and Dan, however, figure it out. You will do it right. Charlene and Jean.
Thank you so much.
That was beautiful. That
really
was beautiful. I'm speechless, Charlene and Jean. You guys are too generous.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. And hey, it looks like we got rice cereal to buy.
We've got rice cereal to buy and
nipples.
A couple of, and I want to get some non-dairy.
I want to get the best nipples. I want to get the best nipples I can. Thank you so much to everyone. I mean, we value your guys' time here every Sunday, most Sundays with us, and we value your comments. Everyone that's new that drops comments, everyone that's here every week that drops comments. Where's Bruce? But we really value your guys' time, and then the generosity of the super chats is just like a cherry on top, and it means so much to just have you guys here. Whether it's all just so amazing to have you guys
here. That
here.
is just above and beyond. I think I'm almost speechless because we appreciate you guys all so much for even just watching, and it's amazing to see that you like it, and then you leave a nice little comment that we get to read together. And then, of course, the lives are the best because everybody's here. And we get to chat with you guys instead of, message and stuff. And
we need to save this poem from Charlene
so
and Jean.
generous. Can you copy and
I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I don't lose it. Although we could always just go back and rewatch it. But We're gonna have to
Thank
do
you
something
very,
special
very
with this
much.
poem from Charlene and Jean because I mean they went through something with their brother, and yet they're still here and they make time to be in the live. So, and all you, Amy, all you guys do. Thank you guys. The super chat got me teary eyed.
Yeah,
Says
I mean,
Sherry, you were right there too. I was speechless. I mean, I literally was like, I had to just hit the music because I needed a second.
I almost don't I almost just feel like I don't even have the words of gratitude for something like that. So thank you.
Margaret says Dan is speechless.
You guys are all. Everyone knows Charlene and Jean, and thanking you guys. That's very, very generous of you because we do need to get a couple of things and a bouncy. Maybe we'll get a bouncy then with that money.
A bouncer.
A bouncy seat.
That's a good way to take that.
Yeah. So
That's
I think
a very
we'll go
good way.
into town one day
So
this
we're
week, tomorrow or something.
Yeah, we are.
Would you guys like to come with us? Should we vlog going into town looking for this stuff?
We filmed a vlog yesterday, and it was kind of like we feel like we've been lacking for you guys in terms of in a way I'm really proud of the funny skit we filmed, and it took a long time to kind of set up the camera and shoot our lines, and it's really fun to do that though. I enjoy making that. And I feel
Dan
like
is very good at editing that sort
I'm
of.
getting better. Yeah, like funny
thing.
sound effects and stuff. But thank you for saying that. But we feel like we were just going through so much. Like, I mean, guys, we had a lot of conversations together. Like real conversations about what is our life, and also like we were so tired, And Moon is kind of, but she's been better. But anyways, she's just in a hard time right now. And so our creative juices have been like, someday, some moments you have it and you're like, I want to do it. And then,
or even just desire to do something, or it's like, let's do this today. And then life gets in the way.
Shelly says she wants to come shopping with us. So
yeah, I mean, that might
book it.
People might want to see. There is like a Walmart. There's a Home Depot.
Home Depot, guys.
Home Depot, but I think a lot of people might be curious about what you can do, and I think some things will be difficult to find here. But I'll look up and see if there's a baby store. I spent 2 days ago. I spent the entire day basically in bed. I was so just beside myself and having, I don't know, just a really hard.
Yeah, I've never seen you do that before.
Day.
I just felt like I had to give you space.
Cried a lot.
It was the hardest day we've had. Was a couple days ago.
And so
it was the hardest day we've had, no doubt.
No, I think the postpartum depression thing, I feel like it keeps popping up, but it's not every day. I don't know. It's been a battle. Interesting. What's that?
It's a battle. It's a battle when your life changes like this in a positive way. It's not like we're not complaining. Well, so what I was gonna say is a couple days, like 2 days ago or something, yesterday maybe, we shot it was almost like a here's why we haven't been around video. And then it just kind of turned into us like getting stuff off our chests, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna delete this because everybody's got issues in life, Everybody, like, we've got each other, we've got health, we've got our family, we've got a beautiful daughter, we've got the Van fam. And so it's like, why don't we just talk about this on Sunday Night Live instead? And just, it's like, this is what's going on in our life.
Yeah, and I mean,
we want to make fun, exciting content, and something that makes you guys laugh.
Yeah, it's like, we want to be real with you, of course, but nobody wants to sit and watch. It probably sounded a lot like we're complaining when we're actually just sharing what's going on, but it certainly would come off as just like.
Yeah, and sometimes, you have to film something like that just to be like, you know what, I don't want to put this out, actually, and that's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, we've done that a handful of times.
So, you know, look at the dogs. Let's get a super chat cam.
Okay, guys, this is obviously sponsored by Charlene and Jean. We're going to jump over to Super Chat Cam. We have Cousin Chonk, Cousin Mimi. We used to call her Chonk because she was kind of overweight, but she's actually very slender.
She used to be so overweight, guys, but now she's like the thinnest I've ever seen her.
And then we have a terrier. This terrier, you guys know, goes by Ann Ferrier at times. It's also, originally her name is Pigged.
This camera is somehow taking 10 pounds off. Piggy has never looked fatter.
Pig needs to lose a pound or two
factual
max.
And not a mean way at all. She is actually just ginormal. And then Huck is laying here down on the cool.
Get in tight on that goodest boy right there.
Huckleberry.
Hold on, we lost it.
Sorry.
Guys, hold on with us. I'm sorry that Allie did that to you guys. In the middle of Super Chat Cam. Hold on, you lost it again. There we go. We got it back.
There's a Huckleberry.
Huckleberry.
Hi, Huckles.
So, Super Chat Cam brought to you guys by Charlene and Jean's record-breaking Super Chat. You're human, says Robin. That's what I try and remember.
Thank you. We are human. Everybody's human. And I can't believe that we put her to bed like that. Whoops.
I really laughed when you both went to the bedroom video you made. Thank you. I'm glad that a lot of good comments on that video. We got to try new stuff out, you know, for our own sanity and our own enjoyment. And that, to me, I'd like to find a way to make vlogs intertwined with skits. Really, that's what I want to do. You know,
I'm not exactly
keep everyone guessing.
An actor quite like Dan, if you haven't guessed, obviously.
I don't know. I think.
But the trouble is sometimes Dan has these ideas and I don't really see his vision. So I need to get better because now after I watch it, I'm like, oh, I could have done that funnier. But I have to.
That's the first one we did.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll get easier.
So we'll see what else we come up with. We have Dan.
I've got a good one this week I've got a good one this week that we're gonna film. But we're gonna intertwine it with our upcoming vlog. I think it'll be really funny, actually. Bloopers, asked David.
Oh, that's
I think
funny.
in the future when we have a few of these and we start like getting good at filming them, because that was like a 2-minute thing, but it took a long time, and it made me appreciate, you know, people that put more. I want to put a lot of work into this stuff. So, yeah. So, anyways, Allie and Dan, we are here for you, says Amy Sunclades. Just like you are here for all of us. Never be sorry for telling us in lives or vlogs for stuff you need to get off your chest. We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Oh, look, Misha's here.
Joel says the difference between you guys and vast majority of influencers who make you think their life is just positive, and clearly there's also downs in life. For sure.
I mean, we have a lot of really great things going for us. That's like everybody has good things going for them. The trouble is, it's life. Life has, I don't know.
Raybird says you do great. I thought she did really good. I direct Allie, and she's becoming easier to work with. As a director, you know, some actors they don't take your direction well, but she's becoming really filling out her acting shoes.
Thanks.
Okay. Vlits.
What's that?
Vlog skits.
I like that. Blitz.
We're Vlitters.
Did she just make that up?
I haven't seen it anywhere else, so I'm gonna say Steph
I love
made that up.
Steph.
Dan needs to do the BL walk for Allie. I don't think I'd do that for Allie. I think I'd probably do that for all of you guys.
Dan. Dan does plenty to make us smile and laugh every day. So although we have some tough days, just like everybody, we do smile and laugh every day. That's a fact.
Was that video a short one or a long one? It was not a short. It was not like a short video that is on the Shorts feed. It was a regular uploaded video, but it was only a couple minutes long.
Yeah.
Just got home, says Mish. Had some whistles going back and forth. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMillie.
Shelly wants to be in our Flitz.
I'm ready.
Flitz?
I'm ready for my
Vlog
close-up, Mr. DeMillie.
I don't know,
Shelley's-
Mr. DeMillie. Sorry, Shelly.
Shelly's gonna have to explain that one. Explain yourself, Shelly. Seriously.
We want to know.
Um,
Oh, guys, so how do we wake her up to change her diaper and put her in her crib safely so people don't freak out that she's sleeping safely? I mean, I wouldn't leave her in a swing all night long, but
gosh, no.
people are just so crazy about safety. I don't know. I think a swing is a fine place to leave a baby.
Penny says, I laughed out loud with that bathroom skit.
Bedroom. Yeah, Dan's Allie Shrunk Baby.
Gosh, that's an old movie. That brings back some serious memories. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. We were like freaking 8 years old or something.
Loved the older sister in it. It'd be, yeah.
It'd probably be hard to watch, but... Joni says, loved your shorts, and that one was hilarious. When you got Moon to sleep early by mistake, it could have been the perfect time for romance. Should have just said bye. Oh, we're a romantic couple. Joni, I'll tell you that. Don't worry about the diaper. She will wake up when she needs to be changed. Oh my gosh. There you go.
Yes, and then
Whoa!
feed her again and put her back down.
Raybird with a 69.99. You are an inspiration and a great example of how the choice of an alternative lifestyle can work, love, and support. That is very generous. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And speaking of alternative lifestyle, that is part of, the thing. It's like sometimes you think the grass is greener on the other side, and the whole saying, the grass is greener where you water it. So part of me is like, would this be easier if we just settled down into a house and had more electrical plugs than we do in this tiny place? And, this place can get a little frustrating. And she doesn't have her own room. So I think to myself, should we get a place where she has her own room? And should we do this? And should we have certain things? Because that's what the majority of people do. And it's like, no, we're doing just fine. It's hard not to question if, this alternative lifestyle is really very clever.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, we're always going to be living an alternative lifestyle.
For sure. But it's like, I think a lot about would a conventional, like a life in a house.
Okay, hear me out.
Like that.
You have a house, you have a van, you have the desire to travel, you have your van fam, you have like all these things, and that's an alternative lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
And you do, it's like we like to think of like, we do YouTube, and that helps us. And you have a ski chalet, and that helps us. And we're always looking for other alternative ways to fund, and hopefully through doing that, we can inspire other people to say, hey, you don't have to, you don't have to do stuff you don't want to do or live. You can have kids and travel and all these different things,
I think I would be very intrigued to watch a family do what we're doing just because that's what I want. But anyway, 2023 is the year that we have another income stream added, which will help us greatly. And that's very, very nice to know, isn't it, babe?
Yeah, guys, mega babe, but we just want to say, I don't want to be rude. Raquel Welch passed away. I think she was like 82. You guys can correct me on that, or it might be here. But I don't know if you know her. Raquel Welch is one of the most just beautiful humans, I think. And she was of the time where you age gracefully. I mean, look at, you want to see some, I mean, you can look
Where'd
at
she
this.
come from?
This is what I would consider not aging gracefully. And if you're a Madonna fan, that's fine. I mean, she's made some decent music, I'm sure. But, like, this is not aging grace. Raquel Welch was like an actor. She died at like in her early 80s.
Why are we talking about Raquel Welch though? Where
She
did
just
this come
died.
from? Oh,
Somebody commented.
Sorry, she just died.
Um,
I don't know her. Was she a model?
she was an actress. This is like a famous photo for her. It's like she was before our time. But I know a lot of people in the Van fam probably have seen a lot of her work. But she was just like...
She kind of looks like Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, maybe a bit Cindy Crawford-esque, for sure. But just like, I mean, talk about aging gracefully and just beautiful. So yeah, she passed away, which is... holy moly. Super chat. $25 variety from Mish B. No message attached, but we'll find a message in here from Mish somewhere.
Thank you, Mish.
Thank you very much for that. Very generous. We appreciate that so much.
So much generosity this evening.
Raybird says Red, White, and Bethune are doing it. Talk about an alternative lifestyle.
Yeah.
I haven't really kept up with their stuff, but I see them occasionally pop up on the old algorithm.
They actually, one of you guys, and I'm sorry that I don't remember, I can't remember, but one of you guys recommended that they reach out to us about building their van on where my chalet is, and that would have been so cool to meet them and everything, but that didn't work because I don't really it's not really my space to share, unfortunately.
Tilt says my historic dorm art. No, I would have probably had more. That would have been too classy for me to
Have art in your dorm?
No, to have, like Joni says, one of the first great beauties in my dorm.
Oh.
That would have set me apart as someone with a bit of culture and class, I would say. This is what I was trying to say.
You didn't have any culture.
I was trying to say this. Raquel Welch was one of the first great beauties. That's the perfect way to put it.
Okay.
I
like her name, Raquel Welch. Put your.
I saw that. That's an understatement. I can't believe what Madonna has done to herself.
I mean, it's crazy. That's a crazy look. Whatever. That's what she wants to do. I mean, it's her life.
Okay, I will say this. Shelly says a $4.99 super chat from Shelly Fitzgerald. The movie was Sunset Boulevard. DeMille was a famous director. Okay, yes. I see what you're saying.
I've never seen it or heard of it, but maybe we should watch it.
Yeah, we should watch an older movie. I know a lot of people. There's a bunch of people. I mean, I think older movies have a thing about them that are worth watching. Anyways, what was I just talking about? Oh, there's a show on Pamela Anderson on Netflix, and I watched a little bit of it, but I mean, Pamela Anderson is like such a down-to-earth person, and what I did watch, I watched like a half an hour of it, and it just gave me like a whole different perspective on who she was, and she's just down to earth. She's just a down to earth Canadian that just happened to be super mega babe and got discovered. And so
Raquel Welch?
No, Pamela Anderson.
She's Canadian.
Yeah, she's from Vancouver Island.
Didn't know.
So yeah, so that's Gerber rice dry cereal, says Deborah.
Yeah, I am fairly certain they will have that here. So we're gonna go on a scavenger hunt in La Paz to get it. And we're gonna take you guys with us.
Yeah, we've never taken you guys to La Paz. We showed maybe we'll spend a night in our old Airbnb from last year when we just had discovered that the van transmission was totally destroyed and non-functional, and
Do you guys remember when we had to ride bikes with our backpacks and our dogs?
to an Airbnb that was like 7 or 8 minutes away, 10-minute away bike ride away, and we left the van with some strange Mexican mechanics that we had met an hour previous, and they brought it into.
I was horrified.
I knew they weren't going to do anything to the van, but I also didn't trust them to get us a transmission. I'll put it that way.
I didn't think we were going to get Helen back.
David says, I watched it, and she's different outside the limelight. Pamela Anderson. Exactly. Parenthood can be emotionally draining. You are both doing great.
Thank you, Mary. I think it's hard to remember that I think any parent is really doing great. It's just hard to think that because there's so much guilt instilled in me. Did I just do that right? How could I have done that better? It's like, it was fine. She's fine. She's literally fine.
Let's give a shout out to Amy Sunclade's husband. I think my husband will figure out a way to make it happen. She wants to travel more. We still have 2 kids at home, so it will likely be a family adventure.
How fun!
Yeah.
Well, Amy, if you need some
travel noise,
if you have any questions, I keep in touch with a couple of you who are planning to do a trip as soon as XYZ happens. A couple of you are waiting for kids to leave the house or whatever. And if you have any questions or want to run something by me or want to talk about locations or whatever, just let me know. I'm happy to share what I've got with you.
A lot of people remember the episodes we were mentioning about the van transmission. That episode in particular, as David said, I mean, that was an emotional. Was that 2 episodes or 1?
The wildest thing, guys, about that is I was so distraught and I was so.
It looked bleak for a while.
Anxious? I don't know if that's the right word. I was so.
You were just upset.
Sad, and I was. I felt doom over me because I thought we were going to have to live in a house, and now here we are living in a house.
No, you were worried about your van that you built.
It's hard to, that I spent every last fiber of my being to build. Anyway, Helen is running like a champ right now, and that's all that matters.
She's got a 26,000-mile transmission in her.
She's doing good.
Everybody's rooting for Amy to travel, so that's awesome to see.
Yes.
Ronna Jane says, I cried a lot during the Helen series.
Oh.
Listen, if anyone ever runs into car problems down here, they can always watch those videos and get some encouragement. Seriously, because you can get. If we could get out of that, you can get out of. I mean, that was really a bleak situation. No transmissions. Just so. How do you get your van up the Baja Peninsula for an affordable price?
Well, it was. There might be a transition, but it could be a year. Does anyone remember that phone call? I was like, a year? We live in this. Like,
yeah.
We need it yesterday.
Joni says that was dicey, but my accident was way worse.
Oh yeah. That was.
I wish I could have shared the story of my accident better, but like in the hospital and stuff, I was a little out of it, obviously. And so I would just vlog random stuff like, oh, hey, here I'm vlogging this.
I wish, if it had happened to me, it would have been done nicely.
Yeah, I wish you were the one that got hurt so I could have vlogged it better.
But if I got hurt, might have not survived that
I would
injury, so.
much rather me be the one that gets injured than you, always. I took a trip last summer by myself, says Shelley Fitzgerald. I drove to Los Ojos by myself from Humboldt County in my Prius. Heck yeah.
That's a good trip.
That's a little car camping, car travel right there. Road trip, I guess. Good for you, Shelley.
The one above that from David, too.
She cried because Helen means more to Allie because of Huckleberry.
Yeah, I mean, some of you, I maybe went over it, but like the whole, I spent years building my life to allow for a dog.
True.
And it
Good
just,
memory.
I mean, the van was an extension of the chalet that I built, and the hardships that I went through. It was really, really hard. I mean, it's hard to explain how cold and hungry I was through those times. And then that to happen a year later.
Amy says, I remember crying watching those lives and episodes about Helen because I could see the pain in Allie's eyes and face. Yeah, that was tough. I remember you went into the van right after we found out the transmission. Not right after, like an hour or two. The guys pointed out the problem with the transmission. We saw it for the first time, and we're like, oh, crap. And that's when, like, it just hit really hard. And then a couple hours, we just kind of, like, we just kind of, like, brainstormed. Like, we just tried to come to terms with what was going on. And then I was like, why don't you take the camera and go film, like, a monologue or whatever, like a scene, and just, like, talk about how you're feeling. And so she does that. And I knew it was going to be super emotional. And so I give her the camera, and you didn't hit record or something. I don't know what you did.
I hit record and the volume wasn't on. So when I...
Oh, the mic was off. The microphone was off. We had this crappy mic at the time. Yeah, so I
had this, like, wonderful, like... It just came out very perfectly. And then he was like, it didn't go. And I was like... Oh, and I had to do it again. It wasn't quite the same. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not, you guys still got the picture, but it wasn't quite the same, explanation, because when you have to do something again, it's never as good.
Yeah, so there's on one end, it's like we filmed something and we're like, oh, this is stupid, we're not going to share it. And then on the other end, we try and film something and it doesn't work, so we have to refilm it, and it's not the same. We made it through that, guys. Thank you, though, for all your
yes, thank
support.
You to you guys. We made it through.
I prayed the whole time when they were on their way to San Diego. We made it, Linda, didn't we?
Yes.
Thanks to you and everyone else in the Van fam for your guys' support. We made it. Big moment, though, when we left San Diego last year and we went to Tahoe, and then we went to Park City, and then we ended up finding out a month later, at the end of February, that we were pregnant. So what do you know?
All just very, very, very crazy things. Beck says, I want to travel and camp, but I'm currently too worried going alone. To be fair, I used to, when I lived in Australia, my first year ever in my van, I had somebody with me for a lot of it, and then I'll never forget some of my first nights in the van. And once I kind of did them, and I did them in safe places where people were around that I had met in their vans, I started to feel a little more comfortable. And for the most part, by myself, maybe even for the first year, I would stay where there were other people camping in their vans that I would kind of chat to before, tucking in for the night or whatever, so that I would feel safe. And that was kind of how I got more comfortable doing that. But I always park somewhere now. I feel safe if I'm alone, especially. But being around, just chatting, even just saying, hey, how's it going? Or do you think it's safe to park here overnight or whatever, can start a really good conversation, and you almost look out for each other. So
for sure.
But it is daunting, I'm sure. At first, I'm sure my parents weren't thrilled about what I was doing back in the day, but I think once you kind of, what is it called, rip the Band-Aid off and do it like however many times, it gets a lot easier.
Charlene and Jean say, watching you both going through that with Helen, going through with what Helen went through was emotional, but the outcome and all went together. We really did cry tears for you both, Charlene and Jean. Thank you guys. A lot of support from you guys during that time.
It was very crazy to see how much support we had in the Van Fam, because I thought, I don't know how we're ever going to afford this and get through this. I mean, I wasn't prepared for that. The van had not very many miles on it to have had that big of a thing happen to it. I had the van for
a couple of years, 2 years.
Not even 2 years, a year and a half.
One of the more memorable scenes here was the tires on the truck and how bald they were, though. I remember a lot of people commented on that, which is pretty crazy. But boy, did Miguel get us up there, and...
But we made it. Miguel messages me the other day, and I had to translate it because I didn't understand it all. He says, I have some property available near Tijuana. Are you interested?
We're like,
no, but thanks, Miguel. It's like, I don't need property in Tijuana. I mean, maybe he's watching our shows in Spanish, and he's noticing that we were looking at some properties and stuff like that.
I wouldn't put it past him.
He's keeping out for us.
I wouldn't put it past him. I think maybe we talked about wanting to buy property in whatever way we could speak and communicate last year.
Oh, and he sent me another one saying, I've got 9 puppies or something like that. Do you want one? Miguel, but thank you for asking. We do like dogs.
We grew to love Miguel. I mean, when we showed up at that pension, is what a dockyard kind of thing is called. It's called a pension here in Baja in Spanish. Yeah, pension. When we showed up at the pension and we were like, hey, we just hauled our van from La Ventana an hour away. I don't know if we had no idea what we were going to get into and if there was going to be anyone there. We show up and there's literally a truck with an open spot and another van that had been damaged from the Four Seasons on it and already tied down, and a spot for our truck. And I'm just like, oh my God, we're actually going north. And at that moment, it's like the relief. And then to think, hey, we're hitting the road at 2 p.m. It's 11:30. Let's get our truck loaded and get out of here. Little did we know we were going to be spending the night in that pension.
That's the... I don't know what I was going to say. I just read a comment and got sidetracked. And Beck, yes, I agree. Being in a van where it's like you can completely black things out is a lot. I felt a lot safer. Yeah. I used to live in a Mitsubishi Express. That was my first van in Australia, and there were no windows in the back whatsoever. So if you had the curtain closed up to the front area, it was completely black back there. So yeah, but your sister, she made it all black out in there. She covered all the windows and everything.
Guys, my sister Meg, who's been on the channel many times. We even brought her in on a live stream once. She has moved to Croatia for the second time, in fact. So
she loves it there. We've never been.
We'll hopefully get to visit her. I have a friend in Denmark. He's from Oregon, but he's in Denmark now, and he's just had his first baby. They had a daughter. So all my really close friends from home are now fathers. And so it's pretty, well, almost all of them. There's one that's not. But yeah, so he just had his first daughter, and that was really cool. But he, I think, might be getting hitched at some point. So maybe we'll be going to that part of the world. That. And I said, hey, have it in Croatia because we have a place to stay.
Oh, my mom is here. Hi, Mom.
Mom's here.
Glad you said hi.
Shout out, Mom. That means Mom knows how to put a comment in.
Mom, I'm so proud of you. Yay! Probably took her a while to figure it out, but we're proud of you, Mom.
She's pretty tech savvy. Okay, come on. She's pretty tech savvy.
I wanted to also say hello to Michelle. She's here.
Hello,
She's here
Michelle.
late, and
You guys
that's
are
no
looking
problem.
tan and gorgeous as ever. Thank you.
You.
Yeah, you come down to Baja and you will be. It's some of the best winter weather you can ask for if you don't want to be in the snow or anything. You know, if you don't want to ski or something.
So I'm ready for a ski season somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to say, somebody asked, "Oh, hi, Candace. The cutie pie didn't have the greatest naps today, guys. We've been going for over 2 hours." And she is down. We thought she was down for a 20-minute cat nap. She's down for the night. So,
We'll go a little bit longer with you guys tonight because we didn't come. We weren't here last week, and you guys have been on it. We have had like almost 200 people the whole night. So, Van Mom, Amy says, let's all give Allie's mom a shout. Hi, Van Mom.
Hi, Van Mom.
Marva Reed has joined us. She says, "Where's Moon?"
Hi, Marva.
Moon is in the.
Corey is here. Hi, Corey.
Hey, Corey. Moon is in the bedroom.
She's sleeping.
She was having a very fussy first half of the live because she had poor naps today. But we really do have to figure out, because her bedtime falls smack dab in the middle of our live streams now. So we're going to have to figure out how to do this on Sundays.
We can either do a 1 hour live or we can move it after we put her to bed.
Boo Hiskers!
Which everyone wants to see her. But
we can't do that. We got to just figure it out. She's going to need to toughen up on Sunday nights. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that went well tonight, didn't it?
No, but she had a bad napping day, so I'm not going to hold. Yesterday she would have been fantastic. Think about that.
At this time, yeah, she was great yesterday.
So,
at this time.
Hit that like button, says Robin. Excuse me. Her name is Maya. Is she teething? Not quite, but
oh my
there's
gosh,
theories.
The dog just farted.
It was probably your son Huck, who routinely farts at this hour. Thank you, please.
Oh, sorry.
We have a sound effect for what heart does. Yeah, that's Huck for sure. Ooh. Baja is currently on my bucket list. I'm in Southwest Florida, so I'm not craving the heat. But the beauty of Baja, thanks you guys for showing us all around.
Yeah, we've had some ideas for these vlogs that we want to make and showing you guys a few more places. The reality of trying to film them, though, is questionable. So we'll see what we get to.
She was fine tonight, says Linda. She was just being herself.
Yeah, and she was tired. The naps just weren't working out for her, and I'm gonna go check on her just for fun, though.
I don't know who saw our short from today, but this is what she was doing last night. So this is really cute. This is last night. see. Sorry. It automatically muted me. Oh my god, we just talked for so long and there was no sound.
And we're like, no worries, guys. That video was. There's nothing you missed.
All they heard were the fart noises. I thought you guys were saying this video had no sound. It muted me after I played the stupid video. Oh, well, sorry about that, guys, but you got us back now.
There we go.
There is sound
There
now.
we go. Everyone agrees. Sound is back on. Well.
All you heard was the fart noises. Okay. Let's get a few more comments in here, and then we're gonna head out for the night because
it's time for.
We're running on empty.
I'm just.
David says, "Good going, Dan. We only heard a fart." That is pretty funny, guys.
Laura says Allie did it.
Let's look at the bright side. That is kind of funny. Our brains are turning into mush
they're
around
mush.
8 p.m.
They're completely mush. Well,
And
mine is mush all day long.
All of our laundry is still hanging outside, so Allie's going to have to go get all that.
Well, you did do the laundry and hang it up. And
I got to get my sheet to sleep tonight.
Your sheet.
So, guys, this bed, we'll show you this bed in one of the episodes. It's so disgusting that I would never put my skin to this bed. It's so gross. So we sleep. Is there even a sheet? Oh, there is a sheet.
There's 2 sheets.
Oh, it's so gross.
There's a fitted sheet and there's a sheet and then there's a comforter, and we don't get in any of that. We just use our own stuff because
it's just vile.
It's so gross.
I mean, like,
this is what we're working with, guys.
Like, everything in here, like, you guys can't really see it, but the paint job is just like if Maya did the paint job. It's like they didn't tape anything. They literally just painted it. I don't know. We've made the best out of it. Like, we brought this dirty table in from outside and put this blanket on it.
This is our blanket.
And now we have a coffee table. But we just have stuff everywhere because, anyways. We're not going to be staying at this spot anymore, but we're probably not going to be back in Baja for a while.
Teresa said, I hope you're doing well. We hope that you guys are doing well as
Teresa
well.
Vondering.
Nice to hear from you.
Is that a cousin?
Yeah.
Oh. Good night, Diana. Thank you for your super chat tonight. Get some rest, you two. Okay, we're being told now to log off by the Van Fam. The Van Fam is saying, the curtains are fashionable. Yeah, aren't they beautiful? It's like...
You guys, the thing is from a distance, the kitchen probably doesn't look that bad. It's not attached to the wall. We don't even need to tell you how.
I will show you, though, where we are on the map. So you guys can see the only good thing about this place is... Let's see. Let's go here. So we are... Here's the beach. This is where we end our kiting at. We go downwind and we stop here, and then we walk across, and our house is right here. So we walk from here to here. That's about a 5-minute walk. That's like 2-minute walk.
Yeah, it's a really, really good location.
We drive up this road here.
Although I don't think we'll come down here next year for
it'll be a while.
But hard. It would be hard to give up this spot.
We start right here and we kite all the way down here and we end right there. So that's kind of you got to look at the positives, right?
Robin says she'll come and babysit.
Yep.
Sounds good.
No, there are tons of flies everywhere. It's kind of gross. It's like you're camping indoors. That's what it feels like, Penny.
I mean, the kitchen in the van is nicer than the kitchen in here. Truly.
How much longer at that place? About 3 weeks, and then we're kind of hitting the road. We're going to take you guys along. Once we leave here, we're going to have a fun adventure, which we're excited to share with you guys. Yeah, Allie farted earlier. Sorry about that. When everything was muted, that was her.
It was Huck, but that's okay.
Okay, let me just see what we got going on here. Okay, guys, let's call it a night. That was a 2 hour and 15-minute live stream.
Nicole!
And that's an endurance stream.
Nice to see Nicole.
Nicole joining in at the end.
Last minute. Oh, lots of babysitters.
Yeah, careful what you guys sign up for.
I know my mom would come down here in a heartbeat as well and help us out, but this is a little too crammed. This feels smaller than the chalet, doesn't it?
Oh, for
Just
sure.
the way it's laid out.
Because it's so gross. It's like you don't want to touch anything.
It's not that bad.
Okay, guys, we are going to
Good night, everybody.
say good night to everybody.
So much love to you, the dogs, and Maya. Sends her love. I really thought she'd be back up, so
we're going to see how tonight goes. This could be a tough night, but we'll see. Anyways, we love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your generous super chats, everybody.
Thank you very much for your super chats,
Record-setting
everybody.
night.
Thank you for being here. Very, very generous. Still touched. We'll be in touch with you guys.
We'll see you guys again soon.
So much, and we'll take you shopping with us in La Paz.
Look forward to it. Adios.
Bye-bye.
Buenas noches.